Good evening and welcome to another live stream on 2K Compliant. Happy DOScember. The month of December we celebrate all things DOS, PC, Microsoft DOS. So tonight on the bench I have a IBM Aptiva that was my grandfather's, that I helped him purchase back in probably 1996 maybe, and we're going to give you a top-down view here. I've got it opened up. I was checking caps and whatnot. Everything's pretty clean. Reseated the RAM in there, and it's got a whole 64 megabytes of RAM in there. So let's switch to this cam, and I'll bring this around here so you can see the front of it. It's on its side, obviously. You can see it has a CD-ROM drive and a 3.5-inch floppy drive, 1.44 megabytes. Huge storage. So if you can read that, this was made for Microsoft Windows 98. I remember we bought this. I believe it did have Windows 98 on it, and it currently has Windows 2000. And we're going to switch over here. You can see there's the desktop. And it's this was the way my mother left it. She got the computer for a little while after my grandfather passed away, and I inherited the computer. And so she used it for a little while. There's you can see there's some Word documents on here, and we'll look at the programs. We've got Microsoft Office. I don't remember which version of this. I think it was actually, it's probably Office 97. I know I have a disk for that somewhere. So one thing I'm trying to do before I go ahead, and I'm going to reformat this hard drive and do a clean install of, let me see here, not that one, bear with me, here we are. We have Microsoft MS-DOS 6.22. So 3 floppies. So we're gonna install that. But first thing I want to do is we'll switch back here to the PC view. As I was going to try to back up this hard drive and save the contents, because I don't remember if I had before, but I'm a little confused. I plugged I have an iOmega USB hard drive I plugged in, and you can see that over here it recognized USB mass storage device. But as you can see, it's not here in the File Explorer. So I'm going to see. I haven't used Windows 2000 in many, many years. So let's go to Control Panel and look at the let's look at the hardware configuration. Let me see if I remember my way around here. hardware device manager. There we go. And I don't see anything that looks like it's posing a problem. USB device. That is it. Says it's working properly. Use this device, enabled. And you can see this is a, you probably hear it on the microphone, but that's the sound of the IDE hard drive chugging away on there inside the box. Still working. Noisy as all get up. But so I'm wondering why it's not popping up as drive D, because I think it should pop up as, but it's not. So who knows? So I think what I'm going to do, as you can see, this is the hard drive here. The light's on. Says it's working properly, but it's not recognized. So let's pop that out. Listen to that chug, chug, chug. And it says I can safely remove it. So let's make sure I get the right. There we go. Okay, well, let's try something else. We're going to plug in this one. This is a G drive. I believe it's a little bit newer. As you can see, this was a Firewire 800 drive. Still probably operating at USB 1 speed. I'm assuming these ports on this computer are only USB 1, so they're extremely slow. And you can see it recognizes G Drive Mobile. And I'm guessing I may have to reboot. Hitachi USB device. Interesting. Listen to that chug away. That's not the drive I just plugged in. That is the internal IDE searching for drivers and doing what Windows does best. Just have to write stuff to the drive all the time, back and forth. So, but so let's see. Let's open up my computer again, and still, oh, it wouldn't be drive D. The compact disc is drive D. So that's a CD-ROM. This computer predates CD burners, so why it doesn't pop up, I don't know. I mean, maybe this motherboard is too old. The BIOS is too old to utilize the USB port as a hard drive, but the OS will recognize it, being Windows 2000. That's probably it. What to do, what to do. Disk drives. And there we are, Hitachi USB device. So, found it, but it's... Let's do this. Let's restart. And see if it pops up. Excuse me. So let's give that a minute because it's going to take a couple minutes to reboot. So while we're at it, this computer, this IBM Aptiva, is has a AMD K6-2 processor, and it's 350 megahertz. So it's pretty fast for DOS. And I apologize for the printer noise. You'll have to bear with me.
Actually doing it.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm live right now. You're not on camera.
Really?
It's just the bench. You're
Oh.
fine. So my daughter is doing a print job at 11:20 at night. So, but I guess it's a Friday, so we'll let it slide. So why don't you head out? Okay, well, don't worry. Nobody's watching, so it's okay. So
Wait, there's nobody watching.
no, it's
Zero
no
people?
0 viewers currently, but that's okay. It's 11 o'clock at night.
Really? That's what I'm gonna. I stubbed my toe. Wait a minute. Since
right,
nobody's
there's-
Where's the
Okay.
camera?
Okay, honey.
Where's the camera? Oh wait.
All right, you see the nice IBM Aptiva splash screen there. And here's Windows 2000 starting up. There we are. And waiting. Oh, here we go. Now we'll get the, there we go. And again, still starting up. But this is how they kept your interest. Windows would put different screens on to cover up for the fact that it was taking forever and a day to boot. So I remember I liked Windows 2000. It was pretty solid. It was much more stable than Windows 95 and Windows 98. Windows 95 certainly. Windows 98 wasn't bad, but Windows 2000 was pretty stable. I used it for a long time before I moved up to Windows XP. And I was on Windows XP for just a couple years, and I moved to Mac at that point professionally. Windows was just not cutting it for me for audio production and video production, so I saved up my money and bought a used MacBook Pro on eBay and used that for a long time. So, but Windows boxes are fun to play around with now because it takes me back to the day, back in the day. Alright, it appears that it's done booting. Let's see what happens here. Again, I don't think it's going to pop up because I really think it's a limitation of the motherboard. It's not going to allow it to work. So, alright, well, what I can do, let's see if a USB stick eject that drive. Yes, thank you. I can now safely remove it. I'm going to do that. Let me get a USB drive. It's going to have to be an old one. Let's see what I have here. I don't know how big these are, so what is this? 512 megabytes. I don't know if there's anything on here though. Let's see. Pardon my reach over the computer. Can't see the slots here. There we go. Mass storage device. Yes, they hold 512 megabytes. Mass storage. Fly drive, USB device. These thumb drives are pretty old, so I'm guessing they're gonna match up speed-wise. I'm just gonna take and you can see I've got Doom on here and Wolfenstein 3D. Oh, see, you must restart your computer. Yes, okay, well, I'm going to restart the computer. So, again, we're going to wait. So let's switch cameras here. While we're doing that, bench only. So let's show some recent pickups from
Sorry,
thrifting.
wrong size.
Okay, make it quick. So related to
Where can they hear me? Okay.
So I have I found SimCity Classic at Savers a few weeks ago, and this was a couple dollars, and I may install this. As you can see, the requirements are Windows 3.1 to Windows 95 and Windows 98. And I also like that it's Macintosh. I'm going to install this on my classic Macs at some point. So, but yeah, paperwork, or the inserts there. Disk is in good shape, so that'll be fun to play with. And what else? I got some really cool, some more Radio Shack stuff. I found this just this week. An old realistic TRC 84 Citizen Band transceiver. I've not messed around with this, but it operates on channel 14. So I might do some experimenting, play around with this. I've got a bunch of CBs, including actually a Radio Shack CB squirreled away that I'll have to break out and see if I can get these talking. So do some tests on this. So this was neat. This was like $2. It was stuck in the rack at Savers with all the the bagged smalls. And I just caught a glimpse of it, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting. And then I saw realistic, and had to have it. And a bonus, it was only $2. So cheap. So the other thing, to go in the other room to grab this, but this is going to be really cool. I don't know if anybody remembers the 301 electronic project lab. This I would always see this in the catalogs and in the store, and thought this would be really cool to mess around with. Never did get one when I was younger, but I found this for $10 at Savers a couple weeks ago, and incredibly, it is complete with the book and all the original. It was barely used, so all the components are in here, which is fantastic. The ICs are in here, the resistors, and there's capacitors. It's basically complete with the book, so I might do a stream at some point and have some fun with this, do some projects. So alright, Windows 2000 is booted back up, so let's go back to here, and there's our desktop again. Let me put this down, and let's see, now that we've rebooted, let's click on my computer, and there it is. I just needed a reboot. Huh, okay, let's see. Go figure. So, how much space is available? That is the question. Oh, it's full. 0 bytes. Wow, this is old. Sesame Street. What's in here? Oh boy. What in the world? Where were these from? What the heck? Oh, okay. Shoot. Alright, well, I don't want to... That's funny, it opened up Internet Explorer to view a JPEG. Interesting. Alright, so... I'm going to have to go through this USB stick. Imagine. I know this stuff's backed up elsewhere, so I know where I have another drive that will have space on it. But now that I know this is working, so we're gonna hopefully every time I plug a new disk or new drive in, it's not gonna have me reboot, because that would be a pain. Come on, where are you? There we are. Let's see this other one. I'm pretty certain there's space on here, pardon me. Store and go. You better not need to reboot. Verbatim, store and go, USB device. I would think it should have been a standard USB drive driver. So it shouldn't need to be rebooted again. Oh, no. No, we're not restarting. Let's see. Did it show up? This is going to be an incredibly huge pain. Let's see. Alright, it's reading it anyway. I don't know why you'd have to reboot. Although... Image... What are these anyway? Oh, M4V. So it's obviously not going to recognize that format. So I don't know what these would be. What's the capacity? Oh, there's 6 GB on here available. So What to do, what to do. I know I have another. I've got a couple of Kingston thumb drives. Let me find those. Throw it around the studio. And this one, oh, this is 4 gig. I don't know if this one's gonna be usable. This is 4 gigabyte. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Data Traveler 2.0. Alright, well, let's see. Kingston Data Traveler 2.0. And a USB 1.0 connection. Alright, no, we're not going to restart, so let's see. It's there. Okay. Alright, there's 1.23 gigabytes free on here. So alright, so let's make a folder. There we go, new folder. Aptiva backup. Alright. Alright, so let's see. What's the best way to do this? So many layers. Alright, so let's copy my documents folder. Let's see. Is that Control C? Let's see. Can I open another? Ah, that's better. Now we'll go here. And where is down in the bottom still? Yeah, there it is. And paste. Okay, well, the folder's here, and it looks like, yeah, okay. Alright, so that's that folder. Let's see. America Online. That looks fun. Install ICQ. I loved ICQ. I wonder if that still works. Alright, I don't think there's anything else on here other than this documents folder. Yeah, I don't care about that stuff. So, documents and settings, anything in all users. Let's see, documents, no. Nope. Oh, desktop. I should take the desktop folder as well. Copy. And paste. There's the desktop. And, well, those shortcuts are meaningless, but there's a couple documents there, so those are now saved. documents. Yeah, there's nothing else worth saving here, so. Alright, so let's pop that out. And select, oh, okay, yeah. And yes, let's do that. Must have clicked the wrong button. Okay, I assume that is out. Okay. Alright. So let's just pop this in here and make sure that these are there. And then we're going to mess around with DOS. Microsoft DOS finally. And oh, this is what I wanted. And where is the drive? Kingston. Tape a backup. My documents. Okay. Everything is here. Perfect. Okay. Alright, folks. So now for the fun. Let's shut down. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to, let me see if I can reposition this. There. So I'm going to start up from disk 1 setup. And I'm going to remind you this is the first time I've done anything with a floppy in quite a few years. So I apologize for those of you who tuned in for MS-DOS, and we're probably better than a half hour into this stream. And we're finally just getting, I should just shut this thing, just pull the plug, because I don't really care about these saving settings. I don't know why Windows always took this long. Well, it's now shutting down. Okay. Oh, that's fun. It's now safe to shut down. Okay, alright. So we're going to click the power switch back on. We're going to put our disk in and hit the power button. I've always loved that IBM blue. That classic logo. Nothing screams corporate America more than IBM blue. Okay, starting MS-DOS, but this window's blocking it, so let me switch to PCI capture. Oh, it's a little bit cut off on the screen. Let me see if I can... No, that's not gonna... The capture is just cutting off the screen a little bit. Cool. Alright, so we have our welcome screen for MS-DOS 6.22. Welcome to setup. The setup program prepares MS-DOS 6.22 to run on your computer. Alright, to set up MS-DOS now, press enter. And I don't think we need to learn. Oh, I just went to grab the mouse, but there's no mouse right now. So let's see, we're just going to press enter. Configure first hard disk recommended, yes. Alright, setup. We'll now configure your first hard disk for use with MS-DOS. All files on this disk will be deleted. Where's the exclamation point? To configure your hard drive now, click yes. Or press yes, I'm not clicking anything. To back up your files. Now I did that already. Okay, so Y. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're going to restart again. Press enter. Alright. Starting MS-DOS. Fantastic. What I might do is go back here and move this. There we go. Move that down there. There. Okay. Okay, we're formatting drive C. 14% of the way there. Excellent. And if I recall, this was a 6 gig hard drive. 6 gigabyte Maxtor. Still functional. Halfway there. It's not taking too terribly long. It's funny, this PC I'm streaming on, this HP Pro Desk, has 12 gig of RAM in it, I believe. And that's twice as big as this hard drive. Amazing stuff. Three-quarters of the way there. Now I'm guessing, I believe MS-DOS wanted to reformat this drive because Windows 2000 would have been formatted NTFS, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but my recollection was it used the NTFS file system, which was part of the reason why it was more stable. Alright, so what do we have here? The date, oh boy, the settings are not correct. So it is, what is today? It's still Friday, so we are, what the heck is the date today? 15, right? Oh, this is odd. It's typing over. 12. Of course, that's not a Y2K compliant date right there. And it is 20. Keep reaching for the damn mouse. 23, probably 49-ish. It is the 15th, right? Yes, it is. There it is. December 15th. And the date is incorrect. Use the arrow keys to select the hanger and type the correct time and date and then press enter. There we go. Okay, set up a place C://DOS. That's good. And here we are copying DOS files. I don't know if you can hear over the fan noise, but the floppy drive is chugging away. Miss that sound. It was such a cool sound. Should have some music or something. The next thing I do plan on doing after MS-DOS is on here is I have Windows 3.11. Oh, disk 2. I want to install Windows 3.11 or 3.1 or whatever, and press enter. Because my first computer in 1995 that I purchased new was an AT&T Globalist 363, I think it was TPC. I think that was the number on it. And it was a Pentium, it's a 75 megahertz Pentium. And I think it had maybe 16 megabytes of RAM. Or it came with 8, and I soon after upgraded to 16. But that would have been expensive. Back in the mid-90s. Memory wasn't cheap. And now, of course, I have drawers. Let's see. What would that RAM have been? I think 72 pin Sims in that first PC I had. So I have drawers of these things now. But this Aptiva is using, I think these are 168 DIMMs, PC100. That's a PC100 that's in there, 64 megabytes. I should pop this. This is 256 megabytes, so that'd be quite a jump in RAM. Certainly not necessary for DOS applications. So let's see, disk 3, and press enter. We're almost done here. And then I'm going to have to remember how to navigate the DOS environment. What the DOS commands are. Remember, you can type at the command prompt, you type dir for directory, and that will give you a look at what's on your drive, whatever drive you're in. If you're in the C drive, you can do dir/p, and that'll go page by page if you have a lot of files. because otherwise they all scroll by and you can't read them. But if you do the /P, it allows you to see a page by page. You hit return to advance to the next page of files. So we're getting there, 85%. So have a disk problem, fix it with ScanDisk. MS-DOS 6.22's advanced disk repair tool. ScanDisk can diagnose and correct a wide range of disk problems. Be interesting. I should run ScanDisk on this drive to see if there's any corrupt blocks or anything like that. Alright, remove all disks and press enter. Now installed. Beautiful. To restart your computer with MS-DOS 6.22, press enter. There we go. Now this is going to boot incredibly faster than Windows 2000, that is for certain. My image capture wouldn't cut off. Although I have to say on this screen over here, which is a NEC multi-sync LCD 1530V. Alright, oh, SmartDrive.exe. I think that's a memory manager if I remember correctly. So we're going to do that. dir, and there's only those, it's only DOS, so we don't need to do the /P. But there we are. We have, how much is cut off there? Man. Wish my image capture didn't cut off so much. Well, we got the DOS directory. And let's see. CD DOS. Alright. Now this is going to be a much bigger collection of files, I believe, and I think it's, is it backslash? No. What's the other slash? I think it's /P. Yes. Alright, so we're going to see, we have this little cutoff, which is unfortunate. So, I see check disk is there, debug, the editor, fdisk, format.com, the readme, let's see, ScanDisk is there. So yeah, so in order to do anything, to run these programs, you have to drop into the folder and then run the program from the folder. So lots of stuff here. DOS 622 had a lot of stuff included in it. Yeah, nice. Okay, I think we're almost through here. And the auto exec, obviously you can see on the screen there the smart drive application was loaded in the is it the auto exec or config.sys or whatever it is. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've even read those programs, let alone written an auto exec batch file or whatever they were. So let's see, scan disk, and there we have ScanDisk running. It's interesting, my image capture pops up before this screen does. ScanDisk has finished testing the file structure of drive C. If you want, ScanDisk can also perform a surface scan. Let's do that. Surface scan on drive C will take about 10 minutes. Let's see. Yes. So I don't. Which one is selected? Is it? I guess it's the one with the bigger triangles instead of the arrows. So there it is. All right. Oh, it looks like the whole screen is there for you. So, all right. So drive C is running a scan. So we're running a scan on drive C. Total of 65,505 clusters. And so far, out of 3,000, 0 are bad. So well, this is going to take a little while. What else? What else can I show you is, I know what I should do. I'm going to go look for, I have a disc. It was labeled goodies, and a college friend, shortly after college, had mailed me this disc, and it was full of all kinds of pirated software, and there's lots of cool stuff. It had Doom on there, and there was a Simpsons version of Doom, which was awesome. That was on there, I believe. Let me try to find it. Where is that? I think it's in my book of discs here. Let's switch to let's see. Bench. Do I have this reversed? No. Alright, that'll work. So I have this folder of stuff. So that's Apple II, Mac stuff, and then PC stuff here. Some Linux things. Oh, here. Goodies, and then I made a copy of it. So, and remember when Kodak made writable CDs? These were flaky. I remember. But Eastman Kodak Company, Rochester, New York, just next door to here. So, but I used to buy these. By maybe by the box, a box of 25 or a box of 50 at a time. And I had I think in probably 1997. It was probably 1997. I bought a CD burner. And it was SCSI based of all things. It was a Philips external CD burner. Was that 2600 or something like that? I remember it got recalled, and there was a class action on it because the drive as it was manufactured was not capable of burning a full disc to capacity that they advertised, and it was ridiculous. I remember getting a card in the mail, and so I registered, and part of the settlement was, now mind you, I think I paid at least probably $800 for this drive in 1997. And the settlement, and this lawsuit, I think, it was probably early 2000s. And the settlement was like $100 or $50. It was, it was stupid, or another CD burner, and I might still have it in a box somewhere. And I don't remember. It wasn't even a Philips brand. It was probably a subsidiary or Philips became somebody else. But it was a CD burner, like a 48 time CD burner or something. But it was an internal. It was an IDE based. And I was like, well, this isn't the equivalent, because this was a SCSI based CD burner, external, and your settlement is to send us something that's completely different. So, well, there was nothing I could do, because that's how class action suits, you just got to take whatever the offer is. So I took the new CD burner, and I don't think I ever used it, because shortly after that, I used that 2600 for quite a while, and I was running SCSI hard drives in custom built PCs after 96. I was building my own PCs. So I had, SCSI based. So I had Adaptec cards and internal SCSI drives. And I think by that point, I had switched to, and I know I have these. I have a couple of Sony burners, which I think were DVD burners, CD/DVD burners that I had eventually replaced that Philips box with. And I went with an internal burner drive. So where are we at here? A little over halfway there, and still no bad clusters or blocks or anything. So that's good for a Mac store. That's 20. Oh my God, this drive's got to be 25 years old. I couldn't even tell you what the model is, but it's an old one. So yeah. So once we run this scan disk, I think I should be able to see the CD drive in MS-DOS. Of course, I'll have to flip the computer up, because the CD drive is horizontally mounted, and right now it's vertical. So I don't think that disk will stay in the tray like it is. So, but see, this is my book of goodies here. I don't know if you can read that, but I have burned disks of Windows XP. There's Windows 2000, which was that install that was on here originally installed on here. I think my brother-in-law gave me these copies, and then I have an OS CD, which has it has boot disks, DOS 622, Windows 3.1, Windows 95B, Windows 98 SE, NT Workstation, NT Server, and I've got the serial numbers for 98 and 95 here. Windows 3.1 didn't require that, I don't think. They didn't have copy protection like that, so Office 2003, Publisher 2000, and then a compact computer restore disk, a couple of others that I don't know which PC those were for. bunch of fonts. I used to buy 8-bit motherboards. This would be I think this is the first 8-bit motherboard I bought for the first PC I built from scratch. I think that's the one. And I have that motherboard. I'm going to do a build at some point where I'm going to rebuild my first PC as it was in 1996. It was an 8-bit AX5 motherboard, and I think I built that originally with 64 megabytes of RAM, maybe 120. I think I started with 64 megabytes. It was a Pentium MMX 233, and I think I started with 64 megs of RAM, and then went to 128, or maybe I might have jumped right to 256 at some point, maybe a year later. Spent an ungodly amount of money on RAM back in the day. So, and some CD burning and CD printing. I have a Ramage thermal printer for CDs. I haven't used it in quite a while. I don't burn CDs commercially anymore. So, and some Sound Blaster discs. A Roland UM1. This is much newer. I use this in the studio. I've got a small Roland MIDI interface that I use. So, a bunch of SoundForge Vegas. When I was on PC, I was still using SoundForge. I love SoundForge. I hated what they did when they made a Mac version of it. It absolutely was garbage. And then I just ended up just going completely Mac. Went to Pro Tools. And here's my first Pro Tools discs. I have Pro Tools LE for Power Macintosh. I don't think I ever used it on Power Mac though. I had this installed on a PC. But a while back, I remember Pro Tools was giving away Pro Tools version 3.4. One of these days, I'm gonna restore my. I have a Power PC, a couple of Power PCs. I'm gonna restore, and I've got an Audio Media 3 and a couple Audio Media 2 cards that I'm going to. I'm gonna build an old classic Mac or an old Power PC based audio production piece, or Mac, I guess, if you will. Peak, Toast. I don't know if they even make those anymore. A whole bunch of sample discs for Acid, Sonic Foundry Acid. I used that for a while to make music. Cool stuff. So let's flip back to the goodies here. Get this out of the way. We're almost there. 61,000 blocks, or clusters. Alright, so what we have here are surface scan. Oh, I see. Okay. Why those are yellow. Let's go back to, there you go. So there's two blocks. They're yellow. They don't match. Alright, so that's just used clusters, and then some used clusters next to that. And then it's all unused clusters. And I gotta say, we're pretty close to the end here, and I don't think we're gonna have any bad clusters. No problems. Now, I don't know how accurate ScanDisk was, if it was reliable or whatnot, I don't remember. So let's exit. We don't need to see the log. We're back to the DOS folder, so take a look at what's on here again. And see if we can run something else here. Setup again. So this is DOS 6.22. What else can we do with this? Del tree. What is del tree? I don't remember any of these things did. Let's see. Del tree. Let's just run that one. Power print. I don't know what that does. Let's see. DL tree. Okay. Oh, all right. I wonder if it's probably delete something, which we don't want to do. So let's see. If we go back here now, how do you get back to? No. Colon. How do you get back to? Okay. No. There. Change directory back. So let's see what we got again. So if I want to look at the auto exec edit. Alright, MS-DOS editor. Okay, escape to clear the box, and we want to go to, no, we want command, is it control F or alt? Alt, okay. And open, and that should be all the text files. I want to see the README text. So I need to look in change. Oh, I know what I need to do. How do I get into? How do you get to the DOS folder? Let's see. H for help. Or no, we gotta go around. Tab. Yeah. Help. Let's see. Select a file here, or a directory, or a. Oh, I see. Okay. So I need to tab over there. Huh. So how would I? Let's do this. No, I don't know if that's right. Slash. .txt. Oh, the file is not saved. Save it now. Loaded file. Oh no, that's the untitled. We don't need to save that. Yes. Okay. You have to type the folder / file. So, README. Yes, a little cut off for y'all folks there. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. So I think it just tells you what DOS is, what's available, what you can do with it, blah, 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 blah. But this is the text editor in DOS. So what I want to do is go back to F, open. Now I want to go back. Oh, okay. How did that not go back to? Alright, I can just type in auto exec dot. It's a batch file, right? File not found. How the hell do you? Open. I'm going to get back to the root. Oh, I know what it is. Now, why does it keep going? I bet if I do this. Audio. Auto exec. There it is. Okay, yeah. So C:/DOS /smart drive.exe / or no, that's /x echo off. So that's an auto exec. Let's load the config sys. I can just type it in now. I'm in the right. I'm in the root. Anyway, config.sys. There it is. IBM. DOS was. I think that puts DOS in the high memory. I think, if I remember correctly. So, and there's 30 files. What's that? Okay. All right, let's get out of this. So, file, exit. And, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this upside right. And we're going to see if this reads. So that'll scratched up. Let's get this down here. Alright, so let's see if we can go to the D drive. Invalid drive specification. Do I need to put this? Oh, change directory. No. Alright, it's not loaded. Huh. Yeah, there's no CD-ROM driver loaded, so it's not. Yeah, it's not available. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I see that in... Wait a minute. I thought I saw that drive letter available. Oh, no, that's B. There isn't a B drive in here, as you can see. Just a CD. So the B would, B drive would be the, you have a 5 1/4 floppy, or another 3.5 inch floppy. Let's see. Well, let's try cancel and exit. Let's see what happens when I go to B. CD. No, it wants a diskette. Yeah, B is A and B were always floppy drives. If the CD drive were there, it would be a D drive. So, yeah. Abort. Okay. Alright, so that's not going to read. So, how does one now, see, I'd have to remember how to directory. So I go to DOScember directory /p. Is there anything? Yeah, there's nothing here about a CD-ROM driver or I always thought it made a CD-ROM available. It had some sort of CD driver built in or something, but I guess not. I remember I had auto execs and config sys files that I had put together that loaded SCSI drivers, SCSI AdaptDec SCSI controllers, so that I could format and install on SCSI drives. That was fun. But I guess I'd have to do the same for the CD-ROM. See anything. I just don't remember. So, well, maybe I'll have to look that up. And we've been streaming an hour and a half here, roughly. So, but I'll have to do a little bit of research. I don't want to bore anybody anymore here. So. All right, well, that was fun. So that was Microsoft DOS 6.22. And if CD / gets you back to the root. So, all right. So, that is my IBM Aptiva from, I don't know, about 1996 with a AMD K6 2 350 megahertz processor. And we installed MS-DOS 6.22 on a drive we formatted, and originally had Windows 2000, so we had to format to restore the FAT file system from NTFS, and it was all pretty easy to do. And I haven't done it in 25 years, so fun. So that'll do it for tonight. I see I had some transient views come and go tonight, so if you're watching this back later on, thanks for stopping by and checking out some of it. It's probably mostly boring, but I know there are nerds like me out there that watch videos like this just to reminisce and get nostalgic. So I doubt most people learned anything from this, but some of you might have. Some of you younger folk are unfamiliar with what's on the screen right now. Everything just shows up on the screen and you point and click to it, but back in this time you had to know how to type, or at least you had to know some of the commands and how to navigate directories and open files and actually install things to use the computer. So fun times, fun times. So all right, so that'll do it for tonight. I appreciate the likes, and if you're new to the channel and you like this kind of stuff, subscribe, and we'll get some more content for you. So have a good night. We'll